Oh, the year 2013 was something alright. Oh boy, here we go. Greetings everyone, it's me Steven, we're finally back with a new playthrough, and it's time to go back to the world of Devil May Cry, though not quite in the way you think we might be doing. It's time for the Dante's game.
Yeah, well, the series take a little bit of a detour, or as I like to say, they pulled a Britney Spears moment where she shaved her head.
This, oh boy, early 2010s. This was a dark time to be a Capcom fan. I'll tell you that right now.
Honestly, as a Devil May Cry fan, because you've played all the rest, what was your initial when they first showed the original version of this, where he was like very emo and before they changed it up?
Not happy. No one was. And then they tried to bring it a little bit closer to the original anyway, because the backlash was that bad.
Well, let's just say that I don't think they're ever going to go back to this alternate continuity ever again.
Yeah, because there's a DLC story, quote unquote, after the main playthrough we'll be doing here, where we focus on Vargo, as I like to call him, his downfall, and it's probably the worst part of the whole game, honestly.
And also a little bit of backstory, folks. Now I mentioned in the previous games that I never played them. This one I actually had time to sit down and play. Yes, I know, Steven, you're almost thinking, fucking hell, the reboot? Why did you start the reboot of all things?
Blasphemy.
But let's just say I was just curious, and plus the gameplay I think is okay.
Yeah. Let me make clear where I stand right now on this game. I think this is a relatively okay and at times fun action game. It is not a good Devil May Cry game.
Meanwhile, we've got Lex Luthor here.
This is Mundus.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the original Devil May Cry 1, we had Mundus, the Demon King. Yeah, this is what it looks like in the Dante's game. He's just a baldy bastard.
He's controlling the world through debt in this world.
Yeah. And that right there is his mistress, Lilith. She actually comes into play with a very infamous plot point much later on that I absolutely hate, but it's one of the reasons this game's story is terrible.
And if you're wondering why she's got a little Botox on, then that's part of the appeal, because she's a demon wearing a skin suit. Yeah. If I recall.
Yeah. Over $1 trillion. God. Where are we going to go? What bank will help us take that debt out? Now, this is something they actually changed. There was a bit more dialogue there. Lilith would go on to say something else, like nothing left to do but bend it over or something like that.
Yeah, so because they really wanted to push that boundary of the demographic at the time.
Yeah. It's Dante, not Dante.
But also it's Mundus instead of Mundus, so like...
Just a change in the pronunciation. It's like a completely different character. There we go.
That's all you need in the world of movie making or video game making in general. Just change the pronunciation of a character and that's suddenly a different character.
Yeah, the way this game came about is kind of weird. The Japanese Capcom staff told the Western staff to make a game with a different direction, despite the fact that Devil May Cry 4 was a huge commercial success at the time. It's like, what?
Ninja Fury. They were responsible for the Dead or Alive series?
No, that's Team Ninja.
Oh, Team Ninja.
Ninja Fury did Heavenly Sword, which was an old PS3 game.
Right, that makes sense. Why they included that version of Dante in PlayStation All-Stars against... what was her name in Heavenly Sword, the protagonist?
Let me look it up. Hold on.
Let's rock a wiki, because we are dumb fucks. I think it was Hariko.
Nariko, yeah.
Nariko. Yeah, that makes sense when they put... But I bet you when they announced that and they were like, please put Dante, and you're like, not Dante!
And then, no one was happy with that. Now, the way this world works is that Dante, he doesn't really care much about anything, honestly. He's just trying to get by.
Yeah, he starts off as an unlikable prick.
Yeah, like, some of the dialogue we'll get to later is just... so it's like, our hero, everyone. Like, this is what I'm supposed to be fucking rooting for?
Yeah, we find him in a strip club.
Yeah.
Of all places.
Oh, so we're doing the opening for Blade. The original Blade with Wesley Snipes. Okay. I'm down with that. I'd rather be watching that right now. Oh, Combi Christ. Licensed music. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, well, as long as we keep talking over it, we'll be okay.
But yeah, there exist two worlds in in the world of the Dante's game. You have the regular human world, which is kind of shit, honestly, and you have limbo, which the demons can drag people into, and you have to fight your way out of it.
Yeah, like the way limbo works is that it's like its own, it's sentient and it knows, it's aware of Dante and actually tries to stop him from time to time, which makes some very interesting gameplay levels, I have to admit, because I think only 90% takes place on limbo. You very rarely take place in the human world.
The only problem, though, is I hope you like the color red, because it's going to get very, very red later on.
This Let's Play is brought to you by Viva Vendetta.
Or is it anonymous? Could be either one, anyway.
And this guy, Bob Bardis, is clearly a parody of Fox News and propaganda and all that shit.
Yeah, this game kind of goes in on the whole social commentary thing and just kind of like turns it all upside down. Now that is a Nephilim mark on Dante. The problem with Dante in this game is that they tried to make him a bit more special than he actually was in the original. Dante is a mix of, I believe, a demon and an angel. In
he's like
game.
He's half a feature, yeah. Well, money shot.
Classic.
That's one way to greet someone you've never met.
Yep.
Full birthday suit.
Now, voice of Dante in this game is Tim Phillips, I believe. I believe he was in Home and Away at some point.
Yeah, he's also the face model. Oh, this guy.
This is the best boss in the game, by the way. Set your expectations pretty low.
Even though he's got a vagina for a head.
Yep. Yeah, why'd they put that there? So here we go. Our main introduction cutscene. Usually we have some kind of epic set piece. Devil May Cry 3 had Dante getting stabbed to fuck with all sorts of weapons and just walking that shit off. What do we do here? Well, not much special, honestly.
Maybe my birthday suit will put him off. No, he doesn't swing that way, Dante. Or is it? I'm sorry, Dante. I need to remember that.
And also, the Edge. Dear God, the Edge. This game is all edgy as shit. You thought Shadow the Hedgehog was bad? Well, you'll cut yourself on this one.
Well, at least, I would say Shadow was worse because that was desperately trying to be edgy for the sake of being edgy.
Yeah. And for what we know from Jason Griffith, they wanted to go further with it, and actually, before that, it eventually got shot down.
So here's your basic enemies for the game. Yeah.
Yep.
Lesser
Stygians.
Stygians, right, okay.
These are just your combo fodder. These guys.
Yeah, they're the Goombas of the game.
Yeah. This is the reboot equivalent of Rebellion. And it's not anything really special, honestly.
Now, I would imagine right after you, well, as I'm trying to speak, you're after playing Devil May Cry 4, would you say Dante kind of plays a bit like Nero in a way?
I think that might have been intentional, because he does a lot of heavy one-handed swings, like Nero does. And one of the things this game, the We Are Sorry edition, as I'm playing, the definitive edition they add back in the lock-on feature, which was completely missing in the original. Yes, I played the original because I'm a fucking madman.
Plus, you're one of these trophy hunters that even the most bad game in the world, aka Godzilla on the PS4, you'll still go out of your way to platinum that.
No.
And why do you get from that? Bragging rights.
Godzilla I did just to annoy Andrew, and it was hilarious. Took fucking forever though.
White orbs, these will
store your magic bar for the devil trigger. But unfortunately, the devil trigger also sucks in this game. Isn't that great?
Also, I have to say, after playing this, I would say the items are fucking expensive.
Yeah, way too expensive, honestly. And you don't really get red orbs as much as in the original games too. Like in the first couple of battles in the first game, I would probably have like 200 odd red orbs right now from the high ranks from killing enemies.
I'm not gonna lie, the first time I played this and after, obviously you tell me the stinger is like one of the best moves in the series period. It took me a while to get used to, like, have to press the analog stick up and the button at the same time and then follow with the mashing button.
Yeah, in the original Dante version of the Dante's game, you had to press up twice on the stick or towards whatever enemy you wanted to target and press triangle. But with the lock-on, now you can just use the classic commands. Thank God for that. There's also a hardcore mode in the We're Sorry edition of the game that tries to rebalance things to be a bit more like the original games, but it's a bit too harsh when it comes to trying to build your combo meter up. Honestly, it's a bit too hard sometimes.
You know, the demon's face right there when Dante's trying to shoot him. Pretty so much our experience with the guns. The guns are kind of pathetic here.
The shotgun, which we'll get much later on, is actually pretty good, though. Its fire rate is nowhere near as fast in this game.
Like, Ebony and Ivory, they're good for flying enemies, but that's really it. As Steven's showing right now.
It does let you still do the juggle thing, like Devil May Cry 1 to like the previous games did, but you don't stay in the air anywhere near as long here.
Now, I'm willing to bet they did this as a design choice for newbies like me, but the ranking system is pretty easy to get as long as you just don't take damage.
Yeah. Once we get the hammer later, it's hilariously easy to just cheese the rank system in a way where it's like, this is very clearly not balanced.
I do like that they put that into the lock-on. It's like a little health meter,
yeah.
so you can get a clear indication of when the
that's how it was in the previous games as well. The health meter was the lock-on.
We are sorry, guys.
The South Park. We are sorry.
If only you had the grapple move, which we don't have yet until we get to the next mission.
Later. Oh, by the way, another change I don't like. There's no taunts. Yep, they took the taunts out. Yeah. Honestly, not much lost here because all it would have been with just Dante yelled, fuck you, or that kind of thing. I
heard, this may be false, but I heard a rumor for development the director was unintentionally going out of his way to, offend the original fans by not making taunts and saying, no, fuck you, we think the new Dante is better.
Yeah. Now we have I don't know why, but there's a whole bunch of spiders crawling around all the levels.
A whole legion of spiders, you say?
No.
Now what's pretty much here is that Cat is the only one that can see Dante between realities. Everybody else can't see him, so they are none the wiser what's going on. And any damage that Dante does in Limbo, it could just look like an accident in the real world.
Yeah, this is actually happening, but no one knows why.
Because they're all controlled by Mundus.
Yeah. Yeah, because the world is shit. And for now, we're not really interested in changing it.
Only he cares about is getting laid and booze and pizza. Yeah. Well, does he even like
he knows
pizza?
About the rules of Limbo and stuff, so he has a general mindset of what's going on in the world. But he's not really caring about changing anything.
I have to say, after playing this, it was like, I would say this is, again, from someone who's never played Devil May Cry, if you can just ignore the story, then I think this could be a good starting point. Don't judge me, Stephen. Again, this is the first I actually went out of my way to play start to finish.
Even though Devil May Cry 1 was right fucking there.
But then that was back a 2001 game, so yeah. Oh, these guys, they've got to fill up your red souls.
Oh, and by the way, this is not a 100% run, because as you saw back there, that red wall I tried to break, you need the hammer for that. You don't get that till later, so you'll be backtracking to complete the game. So, fuck that. This is an A to B run, folks.
Yeah, if you want to get unlock everything, but which I include that you're not going to go for all the secret doors.
Nope. Well, I get whatever I can find in this run.
Because the way they work is that you have to find a key and go to the corresponding door.
Items, just like the previous games, you can use these if you're struggling.
And yes, just like the previous games, if you use an item, your overall rank is diminished.
Yep.
Well, lowered if you use an item. At least it's not as bad as, say, Code Veronica.
Hey, you accidentally used the first aid spray? Not too bad. No A rank for you.
It's like that was not designed with the ranking was not designed with that game in mind.
Not at all. There's so many parts of that game where it's like, we didn't think this through very well, did we?
Bring death.
Yeah.
Now there is a challenge here with the spinning the spinning teacup right here. You can actually fling the enemies and you get in a certain amount of times you get achievement.
The problem with throwing them into the trap, though, is that you don't get anywhere near as much style points for doing so, so you're better off just doing the combos. But you kill 10 of them for a trophy, that way.
Am I right saying that obviously, because I'm recalling when I played this, the best way to get more ranks is to vary your attacks and not abuse the same one over and over again?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. The problem is, it'll start out with a lot of moves. Like, you have to buy most of your combos just like the previous game.
Yeah, you're very limited actually at the beginning.
Devil May Cry 4 was the worst with it though. Like, at the very start of the game, you only have 5 health blocks and you're fighting fucking Dante.
And did they not intentionally make it easy just because it was the first level?
Yeah.
Upgrades. So basically, when you fill it up, you get to spend it between missions and upgrade your shit.
Yeah. The shop can be accessed from the Divinity statues. Those are still around. So we just need to find them and use our upgrade point.
We must make this game more metal than ever, so we must find the most hardest rock songs of every rock genre we can possibly find.
Metallica? Fuck. What copyright nightmare.
Oh, they couldn't afford them, so...
Yeah. Honestly, I don't even know if they would want to be have their name attached to this.
Well, considering that I think Capcom this one likes to forget this game ever existed, so judging by how well Devil May Cry 5 was...
Yeah, this, like... it was pretty funny because after this game, Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition was like the big test in terms of judging whether or not people were still interested in the old series. Even though at that time, the original Devil May Cry 4 was their best-selling game, and then I think Special Edition just kind of blew everything out of the water in terms of sales at the time. So it's like, okay, people still care about this series, and it's like, yeah, you dumbasses. It's not like we've been waiting over 10 years at that point for a new one.
And we're probably going to still wait for another 10 years for the 6th game.
Fuck's sake. Even more so now that Hideaki Itsuno has left Capcom, which is kind of a shame, because like that man single-handedly saved the series after the absolute shitstorm Devil May Cry 2 was. So,
yeah,
I don't know where they go from here, honestly.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully, now you got the stinger.
Tradition. The first thing I buy is the stinger. Gold Orb. Instant resurrection on the spot should you somehow die. But honestly, this game's pretty easy.
Well, if you've completed the previous games.
Yeah. And you're a hardcore action game player like me. Not the Ferris wheel. Fuck.
Okay, how did this code get up there?
I don't know.
Wait, what was he doing with those lasses?
No one wants to know. In fact, they were probably demons as well, because they, like, he was in the nightclub and it looked like it was all.
And as I recall, the club was owned by Mundus'
probably demons or
mistress.
Yeah.
So as you can see, this is what's happening in the real world. Everybody's like, "Oh my fucking god,
Steve! I can't believe what I'm seeing." Yeah, I can. I'm Steve. I didn't know I was in this game.
There we go.
Yeah, Stinger. Oh, it doesn't have quite as much pizzazz and impact to it as the previous games. Whereas, like the previous games, you really feel that impact, especially when Dante like just does that big battle yell, with it.
I wonder in Devil May Cry 5 when they had those alternate costumes, the recoil was just an insult.
Yeah. Yeah, because even the CG art for that EX color Dante has is the straight up the Dante's game pose. That's probably the one only real disappointment in Devil May Cry 5, but they didn't have many alternate costumes.
Yeah.
And the EX colors and stuff were just in the DLC pack. It's a shame because people have modded the Devil May Cry 1 outfit onto Dante. And it looks just like the RE engine, so it's like... I know it's expensive, like that is how Capcom do things. They scan all the clothes into the RE engine, and it's a pretty expensive process they do. But people are able to mod them in like that. There must be a way to do it a little easier, honestly.
Unless, you know, they want to make it as unrealistic as possible. I mean, to be fair, that's the direction they have with this RE engine.
Yeah. We have games like RE9 where Leon's swinging a chainsaw around the realism.
And look, you've got portraits watching your every movement.
Yeah, there were random like lost souls poking out the doors there as well. It's like, oh fuck.
There's your secret room, but you're going to need to use a key.
These are very uninteresting compared to the previous games.
Although there's one, I think there's really one difficult one. I just can't remember off the top of my head. I don't know if you'll do it, but this one is pretty simple. Kill all enemies within a time limit and only take damage in the air.
Yeah. Look at it. It's just an empty, wide open room. And we just kill enemies in the air. That's it.
Aye, but they do get harder as you more. I think there's like one every mission, unless the mission is a boss fight. I'm mostly talking about the last one.
Yeah. Yeah, some of these get really hard. It's a lot like Bayonetta, honestly, where they're a bit too hard at first. Some of them.
That's another series I might think again, but the problem is that it's Nintendo exclusive.
Yeah, Bayonetta 2 and 3 are only on the Switch, and they really dropped the ball with Bayonetta 3 in particular, I heard, so that's a real shame.
But I also heard the PS3 version of Bayonetta 1 is considered the worst.
The worst one. It's on PS4 now, so. So is the other Platinum game, Vanquish. I think it was them that made it.
Oh, you got a health upgrade from the Third Street Saints.
Hold on. Yeah, Platinum Games made Bayonetta and Vanquish, right?
Yep. Platinum
they actually made Ninja Gaiden 4.
Mm-hmm.
Which was a pretty good entry, although I'm very disappointed with the Two Masters DLC that recently came out.
Yeah, just walk up to the giant mirror. Nothing can go through it.
Also, the color grading on that is like, Dante's jacket and hair got like 10 times darker there for no reason when he was right up in that thing's face.
Get back here.
Yeah, the color's still a bit like, what's going on there?
It's red gas. It better not be that fucking hallucinating gas from Black Ops 7. Yeah.
Black Ops 7. The game's so bad it finally forced Activision to eat shit and actually put out a statement saying, yeah, we're not going to put out 2 Black Ops games in a row anymore.
Yeah, I don't believe them. I think Call of Duty should have died a long time ago.
I think AI Slop 7 was the camel that broke the straw's back, honestly.
Yeah, no doubt. Considering that how hated I was, and even more apparent and proof that game developers like IGN, well, not developers, but reviewers IGN, Game Informer, you can clearly tell they were paid to say good things.
Yeah,
and bribed by Call of Duty to say good things, to say, oh, give this an 8 out of 10, even though it's a piece of shit.
Yeah, it's like, I hate the power money has over a lot of people. Or sometimes even IGN will put out a review that's pretty scathing as well, where it's like even they've had enough. It's like, yeah, your money's not enough for us this time.
And it's like, just be honest, and then people will actually listen to you.
Not good.
Stop! It's RE6 Leon's stop when you're in the middle of a hectic battle.
Not gonna lie, while getting used to the combat system in this game, the clock gears got me a few times.
Yeah, I actually get hit by one of them here by mistake, trying to avoid getting hit by one, so it's like a fucking Looney Tunes shit where I accidentally just go smack into it.
Again, if you only have those grapple moves, we can either go towards the enemy or pull the enemy to you.
You don't get them at the start though.
But I think you'll get them in the next mission.
Yeah.
Because this game introduces angel and devil weapons based on the triggers.
Damn it. That was just me being stupid. There's a dodge has its own button in this game, which could be a bit annoying.
Again, I think that was more apparent because there's a thing like that in Bayonetta, which time you dodge at the past possible second, you get a few extra seconds of slowdown.
It made more sense in Devil May Cry 3, 4, and 5 because you had the style actions there, and if you selected Trickster, then it would make sense to have that be the dodge function, because that's my go-to. Damn it. I was trying to be fancy and use a stinger.
No, to be fair, I did exactly the same thing. And here's an insult to the old fans.
Yep.
With this whole wig.
Yay. What could have been. But thankfully, as now, since we moved well past this game.
Yeah, I bet the director was really happy when he put that in.
There is also a kind of little joke to that as well, because his hair will eventually change colour at the end of the game, so...
It slowly changes because I think he's getting more and more accepted of
It's
who he is.
actually the way the demon powers work in this world, apparently, where the more white your hair is, the more attuned you are to your inner devil, I believe. Which makes me wonder how the fucking Mundus has as much power as he does when he's a baldy.
The enemy step. I never used that move, actually.
It's actually one of the best, and when it comes to advanced combat techniques, it's one of the best moves you have access to, because it resets your extra double jump. It's vital in the canon games for actually getting high combos and stuff.
Right, I only thought it was just like an additional jump when you land on top of the enemy, but knowing my luck, I didn't bother with it, so...
Yeah, so it's like, if I did a double jump right now, my double jump counter would be set to 0. If I did the enemy step after using that double jump, it would reset my double jump counter back to 1. So I would use it again.
And look at you farming for red souls.
Yeah, the red orb.
You're pulling a Ryan from Mega Man 3.
Is this the entire video?
Baby.
Ah! Trap him.
Anyway, boss fight.
This is the best boss in the game, by the way, so... All the other bosses have this unfortunate habit of doing the Devil May Cry 2 thing, where they stand in place and do barely fuck all and fire projectiles at you. But here, we actually had a decent fight here.
Yeah. Although, can't just throw a Molotov cocktail at Hunter here, but you don't get Molotov cocktails yourself. You just do a lot of dodging and attack, just like every other. And a little bit of loading there.
I don't know what happened there. I'd never seen that before. Of course that happens when I'm recording.
Probably because you were going too fast for the game to catch up.
Yeah.
But yeah, just attack his head.
Yeah. He has some pretty telegraphed knife swings as well, but he will change his tactics up to run around the stage a bit and throw projectiles at you soon. But for now, it's pretty easy.
Just keep attacking even when he's stunned, you'll go even down and then you get more damage.
Yep.
If only you had the axe though.
Yeah. Oh man. That was wait, is it an axe or hammer?
It's an axe. I forget. Well, I would say it's more a giant axe. It's no hammer.
Monster Hunter taught me that. Monster Hunter taught me that hammers are the best.
No, this is the tedious bit. He hides in the smoke and he throws his spinning blade at you.
This fight's actually pretty difficult on the higher end modes, just because of how much damage you take. Like Nephilim difficulty, which is pretty much the hard or very hard mode that I've picked so far. Honestly, it's not really that big a deal. But once you start getting to Dante must die, yeah, you can't afford to make any mistakes.
Ooh.
They also brought Heaven or Hell and Hell back as well. Hell and Hell is the worst because it's Son of Sparta enemy layouts. Only enemies have their normal health, but you die in one hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thankfully, you do not have to S-rank all of Hell and Hell like you needed to in Devil May Cry 5 for the platinum.
Oh, so, you just beat them, okay.
Yeah. It was the same in Devil May Cry 4 as well, and thank fuck for that. Imagine trying to S-rank stages on Hell and Hell that had the blitz in them.
Yeah, no thank you.
Yeah.
I'll stick with the standard playthrough, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, I very rarely see this bit, but then again, you're only started with so much at the beginning. It's like when you get your better weapons, you don't even see that phase of the fight.
Honestly, they kind of front load the good aspects of the combat. Like after this, it's going to be a bit not quite as hectic for a bit.
And that's him down.
Yep.
You need to have a better design for your demons, Mundus.
Game over, yeah. Son of who? Sparta.
Yeah, we need to. This is a different alternate continuity. We must make sure we pronounce these characters' names slightly differently. It all makes the difference. And
also, terrible dialogue.
Yeah, it's like trying their best for the demographic at the time. And now, Dante, look at the shit you've done around you.
Also, what is it? Does Dante just pop in there around everyone else? What do they see all around them?
They see a terrorist with a massive sword in his back and a trench coat. Also, he has
the sword's not on his back right now.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. No one. I hope there's someone survived.
Yeah. Well, there are people around around. It looks like fucking Raccoon City in RE9. Which, by the way, has hit 6 million sales after almost a full month. That is insane.
I think that's now on record Capcom's best-selling game.
Yeah, fastest selling Resident Evil. Oh fuck, what's going on here? Yeah, I got branded a terrorist and nearly destroyed an entire city by mistake, but yeah, I'm doing okay.
But the police didn't think the idea to come in, or not even the police, the National Army, or US Army, whatever, didn't think to go ahead and arrest this guy.
I didn't.
There's a postman, a policeman, it's a postman.
No,
it's a policeman, right, but it went by and they missed him completely.
They're going after Cole Phelps. He's
fuck.
causing chaos again. But yeah, I didn't ask for your help. Yeah, that's fucking wonderful. That's our hero, everyone.
Compared to the old Dante, where even though old Dante was he was a bit of a douche, but he was a likable douche.
Yeah. Devil May Cry 3 really sets everything up with him, where he's not really caring about much at first, but once he comes to terms with the fact that Lady's also going through something similar to him, that's when he accepts his true responsibilities.
I'm John Mackay of STV News, and you're watching this terrorist attack in the Mundus world. Why am I saying that so lightly? Because the script says so.
We bought the media, and we can say whatever the hell we want to.
Look at that shitty grin.
God, the visuals. Thank fuck for the RE engine. Oh God, imagine this in the RE engine.
Oh.
No, thank you. A D.
Yeah,
Thanks to it.
you're not going to get an S rank probably.
Yeah, fuck. Oh, boo. I didn't get an S rank in the Dante's game.
Hey, I'm not blaming you because you start pretty weak on the very first playthrough. So
C for crap. But yeah, there we go. It's our first trip into the world of the Dante's game. This is going to be a fun, joyful ride for all, right? Right?
no.
Oh boy.